Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan women's basketball today, live from the KFC Yum Center as the number 12 nationally ranked Michigan Wolverines set to face off against the number 10 overall Louisville Cardinals. We got a little bit of a late start, some traffic coming into town, so we apologize for that. Just tuning in, 5 minutes left in the first quarter. We're locked at 7. My name is Charlie Brigham, alongside me, Adam Bressler, and it should be a great night here down in Louisville, Kentucky.
You know it will be. Michigan's already off to a hot start, tied at 7 apiece with 5 minutes left to go in this first quarter.
Pass up top, Roush driving hard to the lane, over the top pass to Kaiser inside. She's called for a travel. She's getting absolutely bodied down low by Engstler down low. That's going to be a called timeout. So both teams going to head to their respective benches, give us a little bit of time to catch up again. We apologize for the inconvenience in the late start. Traffic coming into town got us caught up a little bit. As I said, tied 7-7. Michigan Wolverines coming into Louisville. Their last time here back in 2018 in the NCAA tournament. Didn't bode well for the Wolverines. Didn't end quite how they wanted to. Looking for redemption here. Both teams red hot to start out the season. When you look at this Michigan team, no name stands out more than senior Naz Hillman. Their past invitational down in Daytona, she won tournament MVP over the last 4 games, notched a 30-point game as well as 4 consecutive double-doubles. I mean, she's been absolutely unstoppable.
Yeah, she's the key to this team. Very likely going to be her last year on Michigan. And so far she's been having a phenomenal season, but the question remains, is she able to keep that going, especially in Michigan's first real test against a ranked opponent tonight against the Louisville Cardinals.
Tied 7-7. Hillman currently with 2 points. Maddie Nolan leading the way for the Michigan Wolverines with a 3-pointer from downtown, and Emily Kaiser the only other 2 points on this Michigan team. Danielle Roush, the only other Wolverine to take a layup. She's 0 for 1 from the floor. On the side of the Louisville Cardinals, leading the way, number 3, Smith from downtown. She's been absolutely unstoppable all year. Kiana Smith been shooting the lights out. One X factor in this Michigan lineup, or Louisville lineup rather. Alongside her, Haley Van Lith, 2 more points, and Hall, the point guard, number 23, with 2 points of her own. Haley Van Lith, obviously one of the star players in all of women's college basketball, especially in this Louisville lineup. Hasn't had the season she's wanted so far, has been struggling for downtown, shooting just 1 for 19. But her game is so much more than that. Can get to the hole, can drive by you, and that pull-up jumper is among the best in the country.
Yeah, so far this game, it's been a very spread out one. Nothing, not much contest in the paint, and it's been a 3-point shootout. Michigan has already attempted 4 threes, only able to land 1 of them. On the other hand, Louisville is 1 for 1 from beyond the arc, so keeping an eye on that, how Michigan is able to space out the play against this Louisville team.
Timeout horn sounds, and both teams make their way back out onto the court. Louisville with their first substitution of the night. Dixon's going to check in. So on the floor for Louisville, it'll be Robinson, Van Lith, Smith, Engstler, and Dixon. For the Michigan Wolverines, Naz Hillman, Maddie Nolan, Danielle Roush, Leah Brown, and Emily Kaiser rounding out that 5. Just under 5 minutes left to play here. Louisville with a couple high ball screens coming. Tough screen coming from Dixon. Brown gets blasted. Cross-court pass to the corner. Engstler up top. Van Lith showed her shot. Now she'll drive hard with the left hand. Nice switch by Michigan. Van Lith working one-on-one against Maddie Nolan. Getting to the elbow. Can't find a shot. Dish outside. It's going to be a 3-ball from outside. That one's good. Second one of the night for Smith. Kiana Smith, 2 for 2 from downtown to start things off.
And full court press being implemented by Louisville. It's quite tough for Michigan just to get it onto the other side of the court. Already burnt 10 seconds off the shot clock.
Leah Brown gets a ball screen from Naz Hillman. Gets to her spot. But can't quite pull up. Looking for a handoff now. Gets it to Roush. Roush driving with the left hand all the way to the hoop. Puts up a tough layup. Short. Hillman grabs the rebound and she's blocked. Hillman gets back the ball. And that's going to be a jump ball call. It is loud here in KFC Yum Center.
Phenomenal heads-up play to get the rebound after the block. Unable to just get it out of the danger zone, and Louisville was able to hop on in and with the possession arrow able to get a turnover.
Great heads-up play there by Enxler, diving on that loose ball and taking away all of Michigan's extra chance opportunities. Van Lith works around a ball screen. Cameron Williams is checked into the game. Williams making an impact right away, gets a steal, gives it right back to Van Lith. They're going to call Williams out of bounds. It's a great hustle effort, but won't change much in the box score. It'll be Louisville ball underneath.
This is a tough possession for Michigan, too. Down 3, trying to limit the damage.
Another 3 ball from Kiana Smith. That one too short. Louisville pulls down their own rebound. Van Lith, cross-court pass to Smith. Driving baseline, now crossing back to her right hand. Tough layup all the way around. She's fouled. It's Roush, got her on the arm. She'll shoot 2.
And with that, that's the first trip to the line for either team so far tonight. And that'll give a chance to go up by 5 as well.
Michigan freshman Layla Felia will check in. Leah Brown heads to the sideline. Felia not too far from home, a Cincinnati, Ohio native. Has had a huge impact for this Michigan team so far this year. As Kiana Smith knocks down her first free throw, she's now got 7 points.
Pretty incredible, has more points, or just as many as Michigan's entire team.
Second free throw rolls all the way around the rim, and now it'll be Hillman to bring it up in transition. Not the best ball handler on the court, but she showed this year that she is capable of bringing the ball up when Michigan needs her to. She'll field the ball on the wing now, looking for somebody. Louisville's defense suffocating now. Hillman driving with the right hand, hand off to Danielle Roush. Looks like it's going to be a 3-second lane violation. That one called on Cameron Williams. Coach Kim Barnes-Arico is frustrated. She'll send Emily Kaiser right to the check-in table. We'll most likely see, yep, Williams will head to the bench now.
That's just an unforced error from the Wolverines, giving up another turnover, getting the ball back into this hot Louisville offense.
Robinson, the point guard, to bring it up. Pass, Dixon, top of the key. Van Lith fighting through a ball screen. Now working one-on-one against Kaiser. Pass inside Dixon. Hillman with the block. Dixon grabs her own rebound, kicks outside. Step back 3 from the corner. That one's good. Enxler from beyond the arc. And Louisville extends their lead to 6.
Louisville's just dominating now. They have 11-0 run in the last 3 minutes.
Pass inside. Hillman now working top of the key. Hand off to Maddie Nolan, dribbling with the left hand, working up top. Working one-on-one against Smith, gets her dribble to the elbow, doesn't like what she sees. Kick back out for Kaiser. Less than 10 seconds on the shot clock. Another high handoff to Layla Felia. She's only got 4 to work. Kick back Roush. Shot fake, puts up a last-second 3. That one short. Shot clock violation. And it seems like right now Louisville is in complete control of this ball game.
Absolutely. Michigan with a handful of unfruitful possessions. Ending in a lot of unforced errors in terms of turnovers, blocks, and then that most recent shot clock violation.
As you mentioned, Louisville on an 11-0 run over the last 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Michigan was up by as much as 5 at one point as Michelle Sedor checks in for the Wolverines. Short pull-up jumper by Dixon is an air ball, but right there to field and put it back up and in is Robinson. Nice heads-up play there. Louisville back to this full-court trap. It'll be Kaiser to bring the ball up the right-hand side. Long cross-court pass to Sedor. She'll work one-on-one against Robinson now. Tough cross to her left hand. Pass inside for Hillman. Dribbling all the way under and looking for Kaiser, but stolen right away. Louisville's defense continuing to provide pressure. Sedor guarding the ball. Nice slip on the ball screen from Dixon. She'll work all the way inside. Blocked by Kaiser.
Heads-up play to get the block and the rebound.
15-7 the score. Pass outside. Kaiser's got a wide-open 3. That one no good. Enxler pulls down another rebound, and now she's going to run in transition with under a minute left to play. Pull-up jumper from the elbow. That one hits the back iron. No good. And Coach Kim Barnes-Arico is going to call timeout. Louisville up 8. Less than a minute left to play here in the first quarter.
That was a much needed timeout. 13-0 run for Louisville over the last 5 minutes of play. If anything, KBA was almost waiting too long to call that timeout. Already almost a quarter in the books, and Louisville has complete control over this game.
Kiana Smith leading the way for the Louisville Cardinals. The starting guard, 2 for 3 from downtown, as well as 1 free throw from the charity stripe. She's got a game-high 7 points. You know, when you look down this Louisville lineup, there's not really a weak spot all the way through. You go down and even into the reinforcements on the bench, players like Elizabeth Dixon and Mikasa Robinson. Robinson could be an X factor for this Louisville team. She's a smaller guard, but is crazy strong, can play all the way down to really the 4 position, so Louisville crazy deep. Cedar will push up in transition now, pass inside Hillman. Looking for somebody. Cedar relocates to the corner, now driving right hand. Tough floater in the lane. That one's good. 2 points for number 24.
Finally breaks the scoreless streak. It's been over 6 minutes of game clock before that point.
Free ball in transition, no good. Loose ball comes out. Dixon pulls down the rebound. 7 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Louisville up 15-9 here. 20 seconds left in the quarter. Layla Felia to guard the ball. Hall passing inside to Cochran. Now she'll hand off, and that's going to be a block call on Emily Kaiser. At least from up here, it looked like she was sitting there perfectly up at the top of the key, but referees disagree. Leah Brown will check in and send Danielle Roush to the bench.
And that's a really rough break. There was about 3 seconds left on the shot clock when the foul was called, so now it'll turn it completely off for the rest of the quarter. 11 seconds left in this first one, and Louisville has a chance to take the last shot, and they're already up 6.
Also checking in for Emily Kaiser is number 30, Elise Stuck. As mentioned, 15-9 the score here with 9.8 seconds left in the first quarter.
Inbounded immediately and then whistle called.
With the block called on Kaiser, the shot clock now dead, so Louisville plenty of time to take their last shot. Shot clock, or game clock rather, will reset to 11 seconds, so they got a little bit more time. Pass inside and hand it off to Smith, driving baseline. Now kick back up top for Hall. Nice right to left cross, pull-up jumper from the elbow. That one too short. Felia's got 3 seconds to work. 2, 1, puts up a heave from half court. That one way wide.
She almost took the shot a bit early. She had a second or so left, but I know how it could be when you feel the pressure of the buzzer coming. Just want to heave it up rather too soon than too late. Fortunately for her, that was wide right. Didn't even hit the backboard.
As we head to the first quarter intermission, the Louisville Cardinals up 15-9 over the Michigan Wolverines in this top 15 matchup. As you mentioned, both of these teams, very prestigious programs. Michigan coming off one of their best seasons in program history, making it all the way to the Sweet 16 last year before getting bounced in a very close game against a very good Baylor team. That one, a game that nobody really even thought Michigan had a fighting chance in.
Yeah, Michigan really stunned everyone with how close they played it and how tightly contested that game resulted in being. Just in the end, unable to finish on top. Coming back with vengeance, only lost 2 players last season. So now the main core of the team, mainly Hillman especially, is back. And she is looking to continue the dominance from last year. This would be a huge win in the resume of Hillman and KBA and the rest of the squad. This ranked Louisville team, they are number 10 in the nation. Michigan is just 2 behind. Louisville actually has a loss, however, 5-1 on the season compared to Michigan's 7-0. So this is a key game for both teams because regardless of who wins, it's not going to come easy, and they're both highly ranked in this early season.
Louisville, a stronger strength of schedule. That's why they do rank higher. When you look at this University of Louisville team, you know, they're very different than teams in years past, at least so far this season through their first 6 games. Offensively, they're struggling to put the ball in the basket. averaging less than 70 points a game, sitting at 67.8 points per game as a team. Only one player in double digits, that one being number 14, Kiana Smith, who's leading the way right now.
Yeah, Smith got two threes out. She's 2 for 3 from beyond the arc for the majority of her points, plus 1 for 2 from the line. But Louisville is just really winning this defensive battle. There was a span of over 5 minutes where Michigan was unable to get any points in on the basket, and Louisville was just playing suffocating D, very tight man-to-man coverage, letting no players get open, and notably having 2 players on Naz Hillman, which is something, a strategy that is boding well for the Cardinals so far this game.
Both teams sloppy with the basketball so far in this one, with 5 turnovers respectively. The only difference there, Louisville 8 points off turnovers as opposed to Michigan's 2. Louisville defensively leads the nation in scoring defense, meaning they have the most points off turnovers in all of college basketball.
And this KFC Yum Arena, the bottom bowl is about, I'd say, half full is what I think I'd judge it at, but the crowd is loud and making their presence known.
It'll be at least Stuck to inbound. Cedar in the backcourt, crossing right to left, now back to the right hand, has Stuck inside, but elects to go to the corner to Leah Brown. Brown dribbles twice with the left hand, working all the way up top. Swing pass, Felia. Less than 20 seconds left in the shot clock now. She'll swing all the way to Cedar now in the corner. Stuck to come sit a ball screen. High trap coming from Van Lith, and that's going to be a foul call. Van Lith got a little bit greedy there on the trap attempt and caught her with 2 hands on the waist.
Michigan's bench instantly cheers that call, but not from the crowd. Chorus of boos rains down onto the court. That'll put the shot clock up to 20 with 9:38 remaining in this second quarter.
Cedar fields the inbound once more. She'll pass up to Cameron Williams, who is way high up top, almost near half court. Felia gets a ball screen from Stuck. And again, Louisville's defense just proving difficult for this Michigan offense. Michigan can't quite seem to handle this trap up near half court. Senior point guard Danielle Roush will get up off the bench and just try to give some instruction to her younger players out there on the court. Cedar with 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Pass to Stuck. 3 seconds now. And it'll be Felia, puts up a last-second 3 from the corner, hits the front of the rim and goes down. Michigan can't quite seem to find the bottom. Hall pushing in transition now. She'll work against Leah Brown. Hand off to the leading scorer, Kiana Smith now. Elise Stuck guarding the ball out there on the outside. Stuck really playing the 4-player right now on the outside, but a long frame allows her to guard those guards on the outside. Williams now switches onto the ball handler. Hall now gets back. 5 seconds, 4 seconds now on the shot clock. Louisville has to get a shot up. Kiana Smith, tough pull-up jumper. But Louisville pulls down the rebound, and now they've got 20 fresh seconds. Smith all the way to the rim with the left hand. No good. Pulling down the rebound is Cochran. She can't find the bottom of the basket either. And Cameron Williams is going to pull down the rebound before getting wrapped up in tensions flare as Cochran shoves Williams in the back.
And Michigan's teammates, Williams' teammates had to come on in and separate the players there. Michigan did have the possession arrow, so they'll hang on to this one. But that just comes off a longer trend. Louisville already has 15 rebounds. Compare that to Michigan's 6 of the game. This is just allowing Louisville to hang on to more time of possession, retain possessions even when they're unable to find the basket, and on defense able to cut short Michigan's chances. So Michigan's going to need some adjustments in the future. Now they are looking at the replay on the Jumbotron, and the crowd does not like that.
4 players hit the check-in table, 3 of them Wolverines. It's Roush, Nolan, and Naz Hillman. And for the Louisville Cardinals, it is going to be Angsler checking in.
And the Louisville coach is going over to the ref, trying to ask for some clarification there. But I think the call is going to stand as a jump ball unless they are taking quite a bit of time to look at this, though.
Referees are looking at a little bit of the extracurricular activities going on there. The jump ball was called, and Cameron Williams did kind of shake her elbows off a little hard, but she was getting pulled on either arm, and then Cochran kind of turned around and pushed her in the back as she was walking away. That was really lit the spark under both players.
I just don't think there was enough there to call a technical or any blame. Both players were passionately fighting for the ball. I just don't think you could definitively pin it on one team or the other.
Just tuning in, 8:35 left in the half. Louisville up 15-9. Leading the way for both teams, Kiana Smith of the Louisville Cardinals, 7 of her team's 15. Referee still deliberating over there at the table.
Michigan so far is shooting 31%. Louisville isn't much better at 35. The big difference is from beyond the three-point arc. Michigan, 17% from three. Compare that to 50% for the Cardinals. And finally, it looks like a resolution might be reached. Referees are back at center court.
Crowd starting to get a little bit rowdy here, a little bit anxious. Because we're now heading into about the 4th or 5th minute of this timeout.
Yeah, and I don't even think it's a timeout. I think it's just an official replay on that. Neither team charged with it. So far this quarter, only one foul, and it goes to Louisville. And finally, they come away from the bench. Another discussion on what will be called. I just can't imagine they do anything, but they were looking at it for a while, so that maybe makes me question. We see the Louisville cheerleaders, the band, the mascot in here as well, trying to rally up this crowd. This KFC Yum Arena, very state-of-the-art, and the crowd is filling in and making their presence known here against Michigan on this Thursday night.
Referees finally break from the table, and they'll go talk to each coach respectively. Both sets of coaches are fired up. Tensions starting to flare here in Louisville, Kentucky.
Yeah, I'm trying to see, judging by the coaches' reactions, but both coaches look really mad, so I can't really tell what the call is. So finally, the players return to the bench. Substitutes go to half court. Coming in, we got Hillman. Oh, wow. So they gave intentional fouls to both players. So both Cochran and Williams will be getting a foul here. And it seems like that makes no one happy.
Yeah, nobody happy with that call. Williams didn't really do anything wrong, was a little bit late pulling the ball away, and Louisville frustrated with that one, but Cochran shoving the back a little bit more egregious on that call. Still don't think there's enough grounds for either team to be assessed an intentional foul there, but substitutions come in. It's Engsler for Louisville, and for Michigan, Maddie Nolan, Danielle Roush, and Naz Hillman check in. Robinson to inbound, 18 seconds on the shot clock. Cutting all the way to the hoop, and she's got an easy layup. It's Engsler.
And with that, Louisville gets its first points of the quarter.
Lead extended to 8, 17-9 here. The Cardinals out in front. Leah Brown pushing past the full court press. Working one-on-one against Engsler. Pass all the way to the corner to Felia. Now swung back up top, Roush. Inside, Hillman working on the elbow. Pass outside, Leah Brown wide open three. That one too short. Rebound pulled down by Robinson. Now she'll push in transition. Exactly 8 minutes left to play here in the half. Louisville looking to extend this lead even further. Pass outside Hall. Felia guarding the ball, looking inside for Cochran. Driving hard baseline against Hillman. She'll go up and under, and that one's good.
And the trends for shooting for these two teams cannot be more different. Michigan 29%, Louisville 42%.
Wide open three from the corner, no good. Catch and shoot ball off from Maddie Nolan's hands. Not something you see very often from the sharpshooter in maize and blue. Cardinals is swinging all the way inside. Now back to Cochran, working one-on-one against Hillman, and she's going to get caught up. Going to be a jump ball. This one's going to stay with Louisville.
Already 3 jump balls this game. Both teams are really fighting for every chance at the ball.
7:23 here left to play in the half. Louisville up 10, 19-9. Kiana Smith still leading the way for both teams with 7 points, a pair of triples, and one extra one tacked on at the charity stripe.
Michigan possession.
So it's going to go to Michigan now, reversing the possession. Still very tight defense from Louisville.
Cards back in this full court press. It'll be Nolan to bring it up. Smith rather, guarding the ball. Handoff to Roush. Is pushed down on her knee. She'll keep her dribble. Working to her right-hand side. Now gets Cochran to switch on to her. Driving all the way with the left hand. Kick out for Felia. Felia driving middle now. Working. Floater in the middle of the lane. Leaves it short. Cardinals out and running. Robinson pushing up in transition. Now kick back to Engstler. She'll call for a handoff. Fakes it. Gets all the way to the rim, and she's going to be fouled before she gets there. That one on number 32, Leah Brown.
So Michigan has yet to go to the free throw line, but this will be the second trip for Louisville. Or it's not going to be a shooting foul, rather, so Louisville is going to get the inbound pass.
Ari Wiggins checks in for the Michigan Wolverines. That's going to be a 5-second call. Great defense right there on the baseline from Leah Brown to force the turnover.
This is what we need to see from the Wolverines. Already have 6 turnovers this game.
6:51 left to play, 19-9 is sitting the score. Wiggins passes up with the left hand, now swung all the way inside. That pass intended for Naz Hillman, but too far to her right. Stolen away by Kiana Smith, working all the way in transition. Hard cross left to right, and that one's good for a layup. She's got 9. Kiana Smith has tied Michigan with her own point total. Hillman leaves her layup short, and Louisville out in transition and running again. Engstler, corner 3. This one could be huge. That one too far. Wiggins pulls down a tough rebound. She's going to be fouled 94 feet from the basket. That one's going to be called on Robinson.
Naz Hillman is relatively quiet so far, only 2 points. It's tough because she has 2 players, both Smith and Cochran, covering her in the paint.
Nice right-handed cross from Roush, breaks the press. It's going to be a jump ball called. Leah Brown frustrated with that one. Looks like she had clear possession of that ball. Louisville just puts a hand in there, and they're going to get the jump ball called. And better than that, they're going to get the possession arrow going their way.
And there was a question at the sideline with the substitution. Ultimately handles it now, so 4 of the 5 starters are in, plus Wiggins for Michigan.
It'll be the starting lineup, but instead of Danielle Roush, it will be Wiggins, as you just said. That's going to be another foul called on Leah Brown. Kiana Smith ripped baseline, blew by her, and Brown caught her with the left hand.
Only 4 minutes and some change into the second quarter, already 3 fouls apiece.
Almost another 5-second call against Louisville. It's going to be Engstler driving all the way inside. Nice up and under move with the left hand. And Louisville just continues to pile it on. 23-9 here with 5:40 left to play in this half.
Louisville, they have 4 of the last 5 field goals have been made. And that's also including preventing Michigan from getting any points. Really stepping on the accelerator here.
5:30 to play in the half. Pass to Kaiser. She'll shoot an open 3. That one bounces off both sides of the rim before making its way out. Falls into the hands of Hall, her second rebound on the afternoon. Engstler drives all the way to the basket. Emily Kaiser got bodied down low and fell to the ground. Nobody was there on the defensive end to support her. Trap coming now from Louisville. Wiggins gets it stolen. 25-9, pass up. Fast break layup.
KBA.
And it is electric here in KFC Yum Center.
KBA needs a timeout now. This game is slipping out of hand, almost down 20 points in the second quarter. And the crowd is loud. I think electric's the right word. Michigan is just, they're getting good looks. They just can't land the shots.
Michigan shooting just 22% from the floor, 4 for 18. Meanwhile, Louisville at a cool 50%, 12 for 24. Michigan going to have to try and regroup here. A couple substitutions coming in. That's going to be Hillman, Kaiser, Seedor, Nolan, and Daniel Roush, the starting 5 in.
Yeah, and at this point, I don't even know what KBA might do in terms of adjustments. It just seems like Louisville's dominating on both sides of the ball, not making any sloppy mistakes, really making Michigan fight for every possession. And in the end, Michigan just has no answer. Michigan has not made a basket in almost 4 minutes of game clock. In that time, Louisville has made 5 shots already.
Seems like Michigan can't really do anything right here in Louisville tonight. Cardinals, every mistake made for Michigan seems like it's a bucket going the other way. Just tuning in, the Louisville Cardinals up 27-9 over the Michigan Wolverines, a top 15 matchup. The Cardinals, the home team, ranked number 10 nationally. Michigan had a perfect 7-0 record, currently sitting at number 12.
Unless Michigan makes some big adjustments here, that's going to go away pretty soon.
Kiana Smith, the leading scorer for the Louisville Cardinals at 9 points. Right behind her is Engstler with 8. Emily Engstler also thrown in 7 rebounds of her own, almost a first half double-double. Very plausible, definitely in the cards. On the side of Michigan, leading scorer Maddie Nolan with 3 points on 1 ball from downtown.
And the real surprise of the night is Hillman. She only has 3 rebounds and 2 points, which it's not nothing, but it's a lot worse than her normal output, especially 15 minutes into the game. And I think a lot of that's just attributed to the great game plan from Louisville. They're not letting her get any space, always have 1 player, if not 2, within arm's reach, and completely neutralizes Michigan's talent in the paint.
You know, a spot that Michigan's really excelled in all year is that into-out pass. When teams try to double Naz Hillman, the All-American down low, she kicks it outside, and she's got plenty of shooters all the way around. You look through this lineup, Maddie Nolan, Danielle Roush, Michelle Seedor, Emily Kaiser, all of them can shoot the long ball. But tonight, Michigan struggling from beyond the arc. 1 for 9 for only 11%. That one, really the key here is since Michigan isn't making anything from downtown, Louisville can just lock in and sit on Naz Hillman and completely take away her right and left hand.
Michigan 1 for 9 from beyond the arc.
Roush looking inside for Hillman, almost stolen away. Michigan luckily able to get it back. Nolan driving with the left hand. Now looking for somebody. Passes to Hillman up top. 10 seconds left in the shot clock. Hand off to Roush, and that's going to be a foul called on Hall.
That's going to be the 4th foul for the Cardinals this quarter, with just over 5 minutes into this second. Michigan down 27-9, but has possession.
Lana Smith will check in for Hall as she picks up her second personal foul. Pass inside for Hillman, working over her right shoulder. That one up and good.
Even with 2 players, she finds a way to get it into the basket. Michigan's first points in almost 5 minutes of game time.
Michigan finally in double digits now. The Cardinals got a little bit lazy there on their game plan as there's a pass to the corner and another 3 ball from Kiana Smith. She's got 12 points. Shell Seedor to bring the ball up. Spins back to her left hand. Nice move there, getting all the way to the basket, fighting through contact up, and she's called for a foul, or for a travel rather. Got hit on the way up, would have been a converted and one.
That is a completely deflating call right there. potential three-point swing gives Louisville the ball back without any points for Michigan to show for it.
Ari Wiggins will check in for Michelle Sedor. Wiggins guarding the ball. Trying to get all the way downhill and now stolen away. Robinson tried to get a little bit too fancy in transition. Wiggins, cross-court pass for Maddie Nolan. Tip, but into Nolan's hands. Kaiser had an open shot up top. Elects to go all the way inside. She's fouled, and she'll shoot 2.
Almost got the N1, just didn't fall at the end there. But this is actually Michigan's first trip to the line today. Only 3:48 remaining in the first half. Michigan's going to need to put some points up if they want to stay in this game. Down by 19, and it's not even halftime.
Well, we've seen Michigan come back from multiple point deficits so far this season. Look back at that game against Mississippi State, against Oregon State, where teams are up on them. Michigan was never out of the fight.
And Louisville fans, it looks like they got like pool noodles behind the basket, really waving it to distract Michigan. Doesn't work there as Kaiser drains that second shot, 30-12.
Hillman up, pressing full court, tips it away, and it touches Louisville last. It'll be Michigan ball.
Hillman kind of giving Louisville a taste of its own medicine right there. Louisville has been playing full court press all game, and Michigan finally converts something similar.
Leah Brown working up top, dribbling with the left hand. She's got Robinson right on her hip. Pass up top to Ari Wiggins. Driving to her right hand, that's her weak side. Wiggins left-handed, pass inside for Kaiser, up and one!
Looks like this Wolverines team has the spark going. Going to be the second trip in under a minute for Kaiser. Potentially to bring this within 15.
Olivia Cochran will check in for Dixon. Kaiser looking to convert the back half of an and one to make it a 15-point ball game. That went up and good. Michigan coming out in a 1-2-2 full court zone press. And Louisville looks like they're going to turn it over.
And
long
another
cross-court pass from Manxler, too far out of the reach of Cochran. And Michigan looking like they're putting something together here.
Another lucky break for Michigan right there, and they seem to have the momentum now.
30-15 with just over 3 minutes left to play here in the half. It'll be Leah Brown to bring it up in transition. She gets it poked away, but it'll be Michigan ball. 3:13 left in the half. Michigan's got 21 seconds left. Nice inbounds pass to Emily Kaiser, and she's blocked. That one goes out of bounds. It'll stay with the Wolverines underneath.
Wide open for Kaiser, just blocked out of nowhere and preventing points.
Cochran, as the replay shows, definitely got her on the arm. Got away with one there. Kaiser will come up and set a ball screen for Leah Brown. Kicks to Wiggins, dribbles back towards the middle. Now pass inside for Hillman. Looking for somebody. Pass outside. Ari Wiggins driving baseline. Getting all the way inside, and she's going to be called for a charge. Cochran standing in there and taking it down by the baseline.
And that got the whole crowd moving, as that's the first break for Louisville in the past couple of minutes. Looking at the replay, it looks pretty clear-cut.
Naz Hillman down there chirping in the referee's ear. Not something you see out of her very often. She's obviously frustrated with something she's seeing on the defensive end. Michigan still in this 1-2-2 press. Smith lobs it all the way across, almost stolen. Kiana Smith with a wide open three after breaking the press. No good. Roush will pull down the rebound. 2:45 left to play. Michigan looking to cut this lead, this 15-point deficit even more. Pull-up jumper from the elbow, no good for Leah Brown. Wiggins almost grabs a steal from the backside. Smith, the leading scorer with 12 points, will bring it up the floor. Pass now to Robinson. Now to Smith in the corner. Cochran working down low against Emily Kaiser. Pass, free ball from Enxler. That one's good.
Wow, Louisville just cannot seem to miss. Shooting 50% from the field and 50% from three. Wow.
33-15 the score here in KFC Yum Center. Handoff to Wiggins, passes inside for Hillman. Gonna have to go to work here. Pass outside, deep 2 from Wiggins, that one too short. Loose ball all over the place. And now Exler pulls it down. She'll push in transition. Awkward little handoff, almost double dribbled. Pass now to the left wing. Kiana Smith now working back towards the middle. She's got a wide open lane. Hesitation up with the left hand for an easy layup. 20-point lead for the Louisville Cardinals with 1:30 left to play here in the half. Cross-court pass, Leah Brown. Looking inside, Hillman now driving with the left hand, spinning back to her right. But she's got it taken right away from her, fighting through contact. And that's going to be a travel call on Exler. She tried to spin and hand it off, but she walked with it.
Michigan now has a 2-minute, 10-second scoring drought. Alternatively, Louisville is 6 of 7 from the field in that time frame.
Emily Exler, the transfer student from Syracuse. A very good player in the ACC. That one transferring well over here with the Louisville Cardinals. Pass up top for Hillman. She's got 20 seconds left in the shot clock. 1:06 left in the half. Pass inside, looking for Cameron Williams. She'll square up, doesn't like what she sees. Back outside to Nolan, now back inside to Williams. Tried to dribble with the right hand, lost it. 8 seconds left in the shot clock. She's got it taken right away. It's Exler. She'll push in transition. Getting all the way inside. Might have gotten away with a double dribble. Spins around, and she's got a layup. As Cameron Williams throws the ball out of bounds. That's going to be Louisville ball. No pressure was there on the inbounds pass. Williams just throws it over Maddie Nolan's head.
Louisville has stepped on the gas again, 37-15 with 45 seconds in the first half. Shot is up, and that is in and out. It looked good, but Michigan with a break there as they get the rebound and will have potential second to last shot.
Offensive foul called on Naz Hillman. She was sitting there looking to set a screen, and Robinson just ran right into her and fell down. That one a clean screen. Hillman frustrated with the call.
Roush is going to check in for Brown.
Bunch of substitutions coming in for the Cardinals with 34 seconds left here in the half. They are up big, 37-15 with 34.5 seconds left to play here in the first half. Robinson to bring it up. She's a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor for 4 points. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clock. Louisville most likely going to dribble this out. Take as much time off as they can. Roush guarding the ball. Shot clock now down to 7. Robinson gets to the elbow. Pull-up jumper. That one's good. Little shake and bake. Inbounds pass from Stuck. Good to Roush. She's got 2 seconds. Puts up a three-quarter court shot. That one way short. Both teams going to head into the locker room, and Louisville is on fire.
They ended that half 9-0 in terms of the points. They made 8 of the final 10 shots. So that was all Louisville's start, all Louisville's finish. Michigan is potentially, they're down by 24 already. This game might already be out of hand for them.
Story of the game so far has been the stellar shooting performance from Louisville. 55% from the floor, 17 for 31. Michigan can't seem to find the bottom of the bucket. 6 for 23 so far this half. 11% from 3. Just couldn't seem to quite score the ball.
And that's been Michigan's strong point, too, shooting from 3 this season. I don't know if it's Louisville applying pressure, just Michigan struggling to connect in this tough arena. But whatever it is, something's not working for the Wolverines.
The Cardinals absolutely dominating the glass as well, leading the rebound battle 22 to Michigan's 10. And that's really just been the story of the game. Michigan also turned the ball over 14 times in the first half, giving Louisville 18 points off of turnovers. You look at that. That's basically the ball game right there. 39 to 15. You cut down on those turnovers, and this one is a much more competitive ball game. But with that, that is going to do it for WCBN Sports coverage of first half women's basketball here between the Michigan Wolverines and the Louisville Cardinals. My name is Charlie Brigham. Alongside me, it was Adam Bressler. For the second half, it's going to be William, Gregory, and Kendall Spencer. Until the second half, in about 12 minutes, we're going to leave you with a good night and a go blue.
Welcome back to KFC Yum Center here in Louisville, Kentucky. I'm Kendall Spencer. Joining me is William Gregory. And we're bringing you the Big Ten ACC Challenge game, the Michigan Wolverines at the Louisville Cardinals. Our score after the first half is 39-15. And Will, what did you notice in that first half?
I thought the Louisville defense was stifling. I think they were playing a zone for most of the first half. And Louisville just was easily stopping Michigan on every possession. A lot of tough turnovers by the Wolverines limited them offensively. Some offensive fouls to go along with that didn't help. And they're shooting 1 of 9 from 3 so far. I don't think you're going to win any games in 2021 with that kind of shooting.
There were moments there where the Wolverines just looked lost. Not to mention some dominant performances by the Cardinals. Emily Engstler, one of them. Kiana Smith as well has a just absolutely killer shot that definitely played a huge part in Louisville's success. Another thing, that full court press they were doing for the majority of that first half. What did you think about that?
Yeah, that's also tough to break, and I think it'll cause some stamina issues to go on for the rest of the game. But Louisville was able to create a lot of quick turnovers off of that, pressuring their inbounds passes of the Wolverines. And I think it's an easy way for the Cardinals to be able to create some havoc plays and some fast break opportunities.
I agree. Well, if you're the Michigan Wolverines, the only place you can go after a pretty rough first half is up. If you're just joining us, this is WCBN Sports, the student-run radio station at University of Michigan. 39-15 is our score, and we're getting ready to start the third quarter here at KFC Yum Center. On the court currently for the Cardinals, Smith, Robinson, Cochran. On the court for the Wolverines, Hillman, Roush, Kaiser, Brown, and Roush. Kaiser will take it in for the Wolverines, pass it around to Roush. Roush can get into Hillman, all the way into Kaiser, Brown for 2.
Nice pass there by Hillman inside to Kaiser. Really nice play set up there by the Wolverines.
They're going to be foul on Maddie Nolan. So it'll be Louisville ball on the side of the court opposite from us. It's going to be inbounded by Hall. Looking for someone open. Smith comes around to the left side outside. Pass it over back to Hall at the top of the paint. She'll drive in, go up for 2 herself, bounce off the right side, rebound by Hillman. Michigan ball.
Really nice move there by Hall, but she just couldn't put the layup in.
Hillman gets trapped and passes it out to Nolan. Nolan gonna dribble in, take the shot herself. Oh, no, that was a pass inside to Kaiser, but knocked out of bounds by Hall. So Michigan will keep it. And once again, this is on the side closest to us.
Yeah, the press box here at Louisville, a little bit of a weird angle looking down on the court. Some shots look like passes, some passes look like shots.
Nolan inbounds it. Brown puts it up herself, bounces off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Engstler, who's a big player to watch here. Same, pass it over to Smith, same with her. Consider taking it herself, it'll be passed inside to Cochran. Cochran puts some moves on Kaiser and puts it up for 2. Back to that full court press.
Yeah, not much you can do there defending a player in the low post with some moves like that.
Kaiser will take the 3, no good. Rebounded by Van Lith, which will take it up herself.
Yeah, Kaiser's 3-pointer has just not been falling today. That's the 4th time she's attempted one from the right wing, sorry. That one went strong off back iron.
Hall will pass it over to Smith on the left side. From top of the 3-point line, pass it in. It's knocked away by Hillman. And Roush will take it up all the way into Hillman for 2, and there's no call. As Cochran kind of gets in there, and Smith will take it down. No one's on anyone. Van Lith, open 3, back of the rim, no good. Rebounds, bounces around, but it lands in the hands of Roush, and they're going to say that's Michigan ball.
Yeah, I think if that 3 went in by Van Lith, that top would have been blown off his arena. The Louisville home crowd has been into this game for the entirety of it. And it's still surprising to see that even in a blowout, they've been active.
They've definitely been part of this. They are so loud.
It's very loud in here, louder than I think we both expected, having not been to this arena before.
The Louisville home crowd has definitely had a huge part to play in making this a really hostile environment for the Wolverines, and there's some deliberation going on.
Not sure what they're going to call. Looked like a reach on Louisville on the rebound. But
I believe it was Michigan's ball, and it will be Michigan's ball. As Roush is going to inbound, or Roush is just going to talk to and not going to inbound it. It's going to be Kaiser. Still seeing that full court press, but it's kind of fallen off just a little bit. Just have Van Lith playing Brown pretty heavily as she'll finally cross half court, get over to Nolan on the right side, and they're going to call a foul.
Looked like a minor reach.
It's going to be on Van Lith.
Little bit ticky-tack, but not much to debate there. I think it's going to be tough for that full court press to stay engaged for the rest of this game with Louisville up 41-17.
Nolan inbounds it to Brown. Brown's going to drive in herself. Nothing really going, tries to put up a little shot. It goes in, and she was fouled.
Really surprised that went in. That was more of a toss-up shot, hoping to bait into a foul. Gets the call, and the shot goes in.
That and one for Brown will make it 41-19 Louisville here in the third quarter.
Brown with 5 points now.
Sinks the free throw, and that's going to be taken up by Robinson over to Engsler. Engsler over to Van Lith on the right side, in to Cochran. Puts it up herself, bounces out and in and out.
That tough 15-footer is always tough to guard from a post player.
Rebounded by Roush over to Brown. Tries it in for Kaiser. It's taken away by the Cardinals. Van Lith has taken it down. She's going to take it all the way by herself. No pass out to Smith. Her 3 is amazing, and she'll sink it.
Yeah, those threes in transition have been tough to guard. It seems like the Wolverines are slow getting back on defense. Rotations have not been good for much of this game.
She has such a pure shot, too, as it'll be taken by Nolan. Another 3, not going to do anything. Inbounded by Hillman, great play, and they're going to call a foul on Robinson.
That was a very heads-up play by Naz Hillman to get that ball back in bounds for another shot attempt.
Going to be some more deliberation here about, I think, that foul. I was going to say that foul call, but I'm not certain. Anyway, Cochran's coming out for the Cardinals. Coming in, number 22. Coming in for the Wolverines is Felia. And that's Dixon for the Cardinals. Nolan's going to inbound it. Look for Roush. No one's open. Kaiser. And they're going to call another foul again on Robinson. She kind of is giving Kaiser a little bit of a hug there.
Yeah, from what I saw in the first half, it looked like they were letting him play a little bit. Physical play down inside that would have warranted calls in this half really were.
Kind of makes you wonder if those words, a little bit of tension brewing at the first half, they're going to be a bit more serious with those calls. As Nolan's going to look for something open. Kaiser has it at the bottom right side of the three-point line. Back up to Roush. She'll put the 3 up herself, and it's good. Sinks it. 44-23 is our score.
Yeah, it's been tough going from the Wolverines from 3 so far. They're now 2 for 12.
Dixon has it on the post, puts the moves on Kaiser. Shot can't fall, but the rebound bounces out of Wolverines' hands over to Smith. Give it up to Robinson at the top of the key. 3-point for Van Lith. Money.
Yeah, you got to gather that rebound. Louisville with 11 more total rebounds than the Wolverines. Kills a coach to give up an offensive rebound and then give up a 3 on that same possession.
47-23. Nolan on the left side of the three-point line. Into Naz Hillman on the left. Puts up a little floater. No good. Rebounded by Smith. She'll take it up herself.
He'd hope that shot goes in. It was a good look. Open shot, but in basketball,
Play a little ring around.
Shots don't go in all the time.
In for Dixon. She's going to put the moves on Kaiser again. Up and hits the bottom of the rim. No good. Nice attempt, though. Hillman will take it up herself. Stops at the top of the three-point line. Hands it over to Nolan. Nolan's going to drive all the way into the right side, put it in, and sink it.
Nice dribble handoff there by the Wolverines.
47-25. Slowly but surely.
Yeah. Plays like those will help.
Robinson has it around to Van Lith on the left side. Robinson tossed into Smith. She'll kind of play with the Wolverine defense there at the top of the three-point line, and she can when she's that good. She'll drive it in herself, consider putting it up, and out to Van Lith for the 3. No good. Bounces off the front of the rim. It's collected by Roush. Gonna pass it in for Felia, and she'll put up the 2. No good. Just can't get the basket to fall, and there's.
They'll call it. That'll be a reach on Rouch against Van Lith. I think she aimed to stop her before Van Lith could get to the basket to stop a fast break opportunity.
If you're the Wolverines here, what's the one thing that if you could just have start happening, what would you pick?
They need to rebound every Cardinal miss. If you don't do that, you have no shot of coming back in this ball game down 22 points. Right now, Louisville has 27 total rebounds. The Wolverines have 16. Product of that is Michigan's 31% shooting from the field, but they have let up a number of offensive rebounds that have led to Louisville's second chance points. And when you're a team trying to come back in a game, you cannot allow extra opportunities for a team like the Cardinals, as good as they are.
The Wolverines will be in the right spot, too. They just can't. For some reason, they just aren't able to grab onto those. They'll kind of bounce in and out of their hands. The Wolverines have done a good job, though, of slowing it down a bit. That was a huge problem in the first half.
Yeah, the offense in the half court has looked a lot better. They've been breaking the press easier and getting through that zone defense. A problem that I've been seeing is Naz Hillman with 5 turnovers. She's one of the top rebounders for the team, one of the top players for the Wolverines. And I think it's been a little bit of trouble keeping her on the floor with those offensive turnover troubles. And I think that leads to a lot of detrimental side effects. You don't rebound as well. You don't have a big enough inside presence. But I think you've seen early in this second half her ability to be able to make productive shots and have productive minutes on the court has allowed the Wolverines to be better in the half-court offense.
I agree. Because the huge problem has been that the Cardinals are playing like a team that's confident because their stars are clicking. Engstler is dominating on the inside, and Smith, they have no answer for Smith's 3. The Wolverines, however, their stars aren't really clicking, and so they don't have the ability to find that confidence, but they're slowly getting it back. The beginning of the second half has definitely been more of their type of basketball, whereas in the first one, they were just struggling to keep up.
Yeah, and even those breaks that they did have against the Cardinal defense didn't go their way. A lot of missed threes by Kaiser and Nolan. But, I mean, it's just been tough with Smith making all these threes from the left wing. It's sort of a side effect of gravity pulling down to Engstler that you can't always keep one person on each shooter when you have such a tough job to guard Engstler like that.
They spread it out really well, too, with Engstler kind of, she can shoot, but she's been dominating down low by the post. And then Smith with that absolutely lethal three-point shot. You don't know where you want to focus your team. You want to have them crowd the inside so Engstler can't get in, and you leave Smith wide open.
I think there needs to be better assist production. Michigan's only got 5 assists so far. A lot of their shots have come off of dribble drives with no passes inside. Look for that in the remainder of the game.
We're out of the timeout, and the ball was in possession of Louisville, but it'll be taken away by Kaiser and over to Wiggins on the right side. She's going to dribble all the way around back to the top. Look for something. Van Lith on her. There's going to be Kaiser open. Brown take her place. Try to set a screen there, but nothing going. Wiggins will try to take it in, almost knocked away by Robinson, but she manages to save it, get over to Brown. Brown working around Robinson. Another one of those kind of desperation shots. No good. Rebound by Eggsler, but Ophelia manages to latch on. It'll be a jump ball. It's going to be Louisville ball.
Yeah, still, it's been tough all night again to break through that Louisville defense. And it looked like Michigan was making a breakthrough early in this quarter, but near shot clock violation there forced the tough shot.
Van Lith is taking it in to Dixon. She's got Williams on her. The pass back around to Eggsler, who's going to drive in Williams before handing it off to Robinson. Back over to Van Lith. She's going to take it in herself, put it up from the top of the free throw line, and it's good.
The Cardinals have been really good at setting screens for their shooters so far today.
Ophelia will kind of float one up for two, 49-27.
Quick bucket there. Really nice passing on that possession.
Robinson pushing in on Wiggins. Into Dixon, a little dump. She's still at the top of the three-point line. Pass it over to the left side to Robinson. Into Eggsler, is going to put it up. No good, though.
Tough shot to guard, but good defense by the Wolverines.
Wiggins taking it. Robinson's on her. Looking around. Pass it around all the way to the left side for Ophelia, who's going to drive in herself. Gets knocked around a little bit. She's going to get, and that's going to be a foul on, I believe, Eggsler.
You know, that could have gone either way. It looked like she kind of led with her shoulder going inside, but they will call the foul on Robinson for knocking her, missed the ball and knocked her hands.
Definitely leaning into that one, but it was called. The first free throw is good. 49-28. Second one, good as well. 49-29, Wolverines pull within 20 for the first time since that second quarter.
Yeah, you know, still a lot of time left to make a comeback. Wouldn't count them out yet.
Eggsler holding on to it, passes it in. Van Lith will take it out, back into Cochran. She'll take it from the paint. No good. Wiggins is going to take the ball back up down the right side, and she almost loses it. Oh, does. She tried to save it from going out of bounds, but unfortunately when she hit that, her foot was already on the line.
Tough play there in a night where not a lot of the breaks are going the Wolverines' way.
Going to be subbing out Williams, getting Hillman back in this game.
And I think Hillman is crucial down the stretch for the Wolverines.
Eggsler pass it up to Smith. They're going to call a travel? A travel on the Cardinals. It's going to be Michigan ball.
Yeah, tough defense there on the trap by the Wolverines. Smith not able to get out of it.
Brown bringing it up. She'll go around to the right side. Back up top for Roush. Roush pass it into Hillman. Back around to the left side. Into Hillman on the left point post. No good, knocked away. Eggsler's taking it. Van Lith going all the way. Little mid-range shot, no good. Rolls around, but Eggsler got it, puts it up, and it's good.
Again, offensive rebounds killing the Wolverines. Van Lith has not been able to hit that 15-footer for much of this game so far, but you cannot let Eggsler go back in with a rebound and put up an easy shot. Back to the Wolverines' offensive possession. Hillman got inside, but she was crowded by two Cardinals, and that's just tough when none of your shooters are hitting shots. Louisville can do whatever they want to guard the inside shots, and I think it's crucial for the Wolverines to mount a comeback. They need to start shooting the ball well from outside. You cannot just expect to keep dumping the ball inside and have no coverage by the Louisville defense when you're so one-dimensional.
Yeah, when Naz is the only threat on the inside, she's going to be the only thing that they cover. And the Wolverines, if they want to come back, are going to have to start shooting that three better. But unfortunately, we're just not seeing it so far. We still have a whole quarter of basketball left, including the 2 minutes here in the third. So there's still plenty of time for the Wolverines to get back into this one. But the way Louisville's playing, I don't see them slipping up.
Yeah, until they can start making some three-point shots, it's going to be tough. And Louisville has not been giving up easy shots from the three-point line so far tonight. They've been playing the Wolverines fairly tight. The only exception being in transition when the Wolverines have been able to get more open shots than they have usually. But a lot of this potential comeback will come from gathering these defensive rebounds, preventing the Cardinals from being able to convert second chance points, causing turnovers and hitting threes, which is exactly what a winning team does in any game, and that's what the Wolverines will have to do to mount a comeback here tonight.
22-point deficit here for the Wolverines. But anything can happen. But they're going to have to earn it. The Cardinals are not going to give an inch, as we're in a timeout here at KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're just joining us, this is the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
Timeouts have been very entertaining so far, including the halftime show. We had a baby race.
They did race babies.
They raced babies here. It was really fun.
I think Jocelyn, was that her name?
Jocelyn, Miles, Patrick, and I forget the last baby's name.
But Jocelyn was our winner.
Jocelyn
shout
won.
Out to Jocelyn. She was a little speed demon, but she kind of slowed down at the end. Just stopped.
And Louisville Cardinal cheerleaders are doing backflips.
Can you do a backflip?
I cannot do a backflip.
I cannot do that.
Not too limber for that.
That'll be the first buzzer come out of the timeout. And we're going to get set up and we can stop talking about the baby race. It was very fascinating.
Not much to talk about when you've already covered a lot in terms of a blowout.
It'll be Roush with it, guarded pretty heavily by Smith. Nas got nothing going, passing it around, getting it to Brown, back up to Kaiser, into Hillman. Hillman will put it up, left side, good.
What a make by Hillman. At one point, she had 3 Cardinal defenders converging on her in the post.
They're going to call a foul on Roush there. She's going to get subbed out for Nolan. 51 remaining in this third quarter. It'll be inbounded by Smith. That's number 2 Smith. There's their 2 Smith in the game for the Cardinals. Back around to Angsler. Toys with Hillman a bit. Back up to Smith, around for Robinson, in for Cochran. Smith will take a dribbling around the left side from the top left corner. No good. Rebounded by Cochran. Put back up for 2 and 1.
Cochran has been a really tough player for the Wolverines to guard. Now she's getting it done offensively. All game you've seen her set really hard screens to get Cardinal shooters open. It was there on that possession, but on the roll, Cochran was able to grab the offensive rebound, put it back up, get the and one, and really suck momentum away even further for the Wolverines.
Same thing you said all game, though, with the rebound.
Yeah, with Cochran and Liz Dixon on the court for the Cardinals, they've had 2 big players in there to gather rebounds and set hard screens.
Free throw is good, 54-31. As Brown takes it up. Doesn't take the shot originally, and then she's down.
Looks like a shooting foul on Angsler.
There's a weird little offensive possession as Brown came all the way in. Kind of looked like she wasn't going to shoot, and then decided to put it up anyways. And there's some disagreement, but the first one is good.
Yeah, it looked like she baited Angsler into that foul a little bit, but Angsler did hit her on the arm. I think it's a good call.
Angsler, a great player, but does run a little hot. Second one, good as well. 54-34, pulling back within 20. As Robinson is going to take it. Hillman playing Smith pretty heavily, but Van Lith is wide open on that right side. She's got Feely on her though, and Hillman. They're starting to do the press here. which was so effective against them. Angsler all the way in to Smith, puts it up for 2, no good. Lucky break for the Wolverines as Smith was wide open.
That was a really pinpoint pass by Angsler inside. Tough break for the Cardinals not to be able to make that shot.
Hillman will take it herself. Nothing going, but she gets fouled, and she'll get a chance to shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and yet another possession where Hillman's double teamed as soon as she gets inside. It'll just be impossible for her to get clean shots off when it's been so tough, the defense against her with no shooters outside for the Wolverines.
You can tell she's getting fed up, though, because she's maybe in the first half if she would have sort of shied away from those, she's just going all in. Three girls on her, doesn't care. She's taking that shot. First free throw, no good. Bounced off the back of the rim.
Yeah, and you've seen her on these full court presses. She's right up against the Louisville ball handler, ready to make a turnover happen.
Hillman's second shot is no good as well. Front of the rim this time. Rebounded by Van Lith as we'll take it up the right side. Brown on her, but it doesn't seem to matter. She's going to just kind of toy around into Cochran, who's got Hillman. She'll try and take it herself, but Hillman's not budging. Out to Angsler, back into Cochran. He's trying to spin around, get something going off the left side, rebounded by Nolan.
What an amazing defensive possession there by Hillman.
Hillman was not giving her anything. Brown will try to take it, and there's going to call a jump ball. Cochran gets her arms in there, and it's going to remain Michigan possession.
Yeah, Hillman, they dumped it off to Cochran inside twice on that possession, and Hillman would not give up an inch. Cochran making some shaky moves inside, couldn't get past Naz Hillman.
Hillman going to be subbed out for the last 30 or so seconds. As the inbound is errant, and Robinson has it all by herself. She could take up the right side and lay the 2 in. 56-33.
Yeah, can't do that on an inbounds pass, especially when it's set up pretty calmly. Gets the Louisville crowd back involved in this one.
Nolan's got Robinson on her pretty heavily. She gives it away to Brown. Brown going to pass it back into Nolan. On that right side, Felia is wide open, but they're not going to look for her, and they're going to call it on Robinson. I think they're saying she was a reach.
Yeah, she's got 4 fouls, Robinson. But like you said, Felia was wide open sitting in the corner for most of that possession.
Kind of just that kind of a pretty exemplary of Michigan's sort of dysfunction right now. And coming in to get her first minutes in this game as Robinson gets subbed out with 4 fouls is Kano. Nolan's first is no good. And her second, we've literally just about 5 seconds remaining here. Second will fall through, 56-34.
Yeah, still struggling in all facets of shooting so far in this game. Wolverines only shooting 63% from the free throw line, 16% from 3, and 33% from the
Van
field.
Lith will take it herself, go all the way down, put it up at the buzzer, almost in and out. And that ends the third quarter, 56-34, Louisville Cardinals over the Michigan Wolverines. What improved?
It was a better quarter. Defense looked improved. Offense was able to get through the Cardinal defense. But I think the Wolverines have still caught a number of lucky breaks there in that third quarter. Van Lith, her shot just could not fall, but she was getting quality looks. More ticky-tack sort of fouls on the Cardinals, you know, to the point where even we wouldn't agree with them. The Louisville crowd was very adamant in that they were not fouls, but I think there's a little bit of truth to that.
Refs definitely making themselves known a bit more in that so far in this second half than they were in the first. Another person who's made themselves a lot more known, Naz Hillman.
Yeah, she's been great defensively, a lot better second half, scoring-wise, defensively, and she's been taking care of the ball way better. I think right now, you know, she started the half with 5 turnovers. She hasn't had one since, and she's been driving inside. It's been a tough go for her with the defense of the Cardinals focused inside, but she's made the most of her opportunities so far. You'd like to have some of her free throws back, but in a game like this, you'd like to have a lot of shots back from Michigan.
What did the Wolverines need to do in order to have a fighting chance in this fourth quarter?
It's been the same story all night, 3-point shooting and defensive rebounding. Louisville still 12 boards up on the Wolverines, 32-20. And, you know, it's not like the Wolverines have 4 offensive rebounds to the Cardinals' 11. And it's just been tough when you're giving up second chance points.
It's hard to win games when you don't have possession.
Yeah, it's also been hard with this Cardinal crowd getting into it. As we're about to start the fourth quarter, the dancers on the court hyping the crowd up. Still very loud. Crowd has thinned out a bit as we've kind of reached blowout status in this game.
But this arena is electric.
Yeah, this has been a really fun experience here at the Yum Center. Probably won't happen with the NBA teams nearby, but Louisville could definitely support a team in this building. It's a really nice facility.
Crowd definitely playing pretty big impact here so far as we get our first buzzer to come into the fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, 56-34 Louisville is our score here at the KFC Yum Center. This is the Big Ten ACC Challenge, and I'm Kendall Spencer.
Sorry, say again. The music's too loud. Oh, sorry, William Gregory. Sorry, the music is very loud in here, and it's a little tough to hear.
It'll be Louisville ball to start the fourth quarter, up to Smith at the top, who sat out for most of that third quarter, but then again, they didn't really need her. They'll play ring around a little bit on the three-point line. Engstler has it now, though. Trying to make up her mind about what she wants to do, just sort of dribbling around. Ooh, could have been bumped pretty hard into Hillman there. We call foul on Hillman. That could have gone either way.
Yeah, I think they called that foul because Hillman's feet weren't set. It's only her second personal, though.
Nakano is getting some more playing time here in this fourth quarter. She got subbed in for Robinson, who had 4 personals. Cochran has it at the top of the paint. Almost an errant pass, but Smith manages to keep hold of it. Dribble it in, pass into Engstler, who's going to put it up and over. Would have been a great play if it would have gone in, but it didn't. Out of bounds on the Wolverines, and it'll stay Cardinal ball.
Yeah, Cochran almost gathered that offensive rebound, but a Michigan defender swatted it away out of bounds. More trouble boxing out for the Wolverines.
Smith over to Van Lith. On the left side, pass it back up to Smith. 3-point, bounces off the front of the rim, no good, and rebounded by Brown.
You have to think Smith might be a little cold sitting almost entirely the third quarter. It's extremely hot in the first half.
Into Hillman, who puts the moves on and gets up too.
Really nice move there by Hillman. Might be a little too late, though.
56-36. Van Lith around to Kano. Her first shot of the game, no good. Bounces off the rim. Rebounded by Felia.
Another lacking defensive rotation there for the Wolverines. Kano wide open in the corner.
Got Kaiser out at the top of the paint, top of three-point line. Round to Felia. She's going to pass it all the way over to Brown. She's going to take it in herself. They're going to call foul on Smith. They're going to have Roush inbound that, checking into the game. Looking for Kaiser on the inside, and she's on the ground. Van Lith almost knocking it away. It's very errant, but Engstler manages to pick it up and take it down. There are more Cardinals than there are Wolverines. She's going to pass it over to Kano. Tried to put it up, got bodied by Felia, and now she's going to get to shoot too.
You know, it looked like Felia went straight up. Not sure I agree with that foul, but looking back on that fast break for the Cardinals, Van Lith was very active inside getting that ball away and stayed with the play with several Wolverines diving on the ground.
Kano's first shot bounces off the back of the rim, no good.
Kano not really been shooting well so far in her limited opportunities. She's been putting up some good shots, though.
Second free throw will fall, though. 57-36. Roush taking it up. Smith on her. She's kind of stuck around at the logo.
They're picking up the pace a little bit here. A lot of movement.
Sense of urgency we haven't seen yet. All the way across to the right side to Roush. He'll try and pass it in for Kaiser, but she wasn't open.
Yeah, they missed Kaiser on the left block. She was open there, but not on the right side where Van Lith was waiting.
Kano looks like she's going to take the three. Instead, going to drive it in. Engsler's wide open for the three. Good.
You can't leave her wide open.
She can do it all.
She's shooting 8 for 12 so far today. Not a good player to leave wide open for a three-pointer.
Roush will toss over to Brown, who's looking for someone open. Not in the Hillman on the inside. Swatted away, but it's a foul. And she's going to get to shoot two.
That was a no-looker inside there by Leah Brown to Hillman. I don't know if you want to attempt flashy plays in a game when you're down 24, but it worked.
At this point,
just have fun.
just go out there and get some highlight reel plays.
See if Hillman can get into double digits here with these two free throws. First Wolverine to do it, potentially.
That's a first free throw will fall, and that just kind of highlights the problem here when Smith and Engsler, 17 and 18 respectively, for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and I think another problem as Hillman attempts the second free throw and it goes in, so she's got 10 points, is Naz Hillman leads the Wolverines in all three major scoring categories. She's got 10 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 assist. That 1 assist leads the team. It's tied with three other players.
Engsler with the three again, no good. That's off right side of the rim was where she was shooting it from. It's going to be Wolverine ball.
But
ball.
when Hillman's been by far the best contributor in all facets of the game, it's tough for her to be able to
Smith playing
be as good.
Roush really heavy here in a way that you almost probably don't need.
Yeah, this late in the game, still playing a tight full court press like this.
Roush going to take it around on the left side, and she's stuck.
Oh boy.
Engsler going to try and rip that one away from her.
Tough trap there by the Cardinals. They're still staying active here, showing why they're the number 10 team in the country, probably deserve to be a little bit higher after this performance.
It definitely will, considering Michigan's coming in at 12. And it's been on almost utter domination by the Cardinals here. Felia's going to give it away to Kano.
Yeah, that looked like a nice possession. She made some nice moves to start, but just threw it away to Kano.
Kano going to try and spin around on Felia, pass it around to the left side for Smith, who will walk slowly back up towards center, give it away to Kano, who's going to take it. Engsler around to Van Lith, looking for someone inside, nothing going. Up to Cochran at the top, around to Smith on the left side. She's going to drive in on Felia, put up the jumper. No good, knocks around though. Van Lith with the three. It's good.
Another offensive rebound. Cannot be doing that. We've said it all night. And the Wolverines still have not been able to change that narrative.
They play hot potato with it. Felia's got it inside, put up for two, off the back of the rim. Rebound attempt by Kaiser. Just going to get fouled by Cochran.
Yeah, it looked like Cochran might have given her an elbow in the face.
She looks like she was hurt. She looks like she was hurting a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit on the forehead, right above the right eyebrow. So, deserved foul call there. But once again, Felia got inside, had a nice shot, just rimmed out. Another tough break for the Wolverines. Still shooting 34%.
Roush, nothing open. Into Kaiser, put up for two. It's good.
Yeah, Kaiser on a smaller player like Van Lith, it's tough for Haley Van Lith to be able to guard Emily Kaiser inside, and Kaiser kind of just discards her as she puts up a nice shot.
Cochran has been subbed out for Dixon. Engsler has it. Van Lith going to drive on the right side. Nothing going. She's almost trapped. Throws it away and bounces off the back of Kaiser's knees. She'll get that around to Brown, and it's knocked out of her hands by Smith. Engsler going to take it up herself. She's going to go all the way. No good, though. Rebounded by Hillman.
One thing I will say is that the Wolverines' half-court traps have been very good so far in the second half. They've they forced a lot of turnovers closer to the baseline instead of in a full court trap where you hope to force them above the three-point line. But that's been a source of a lot of their defensive plays so far today, just have not been able to convert them offensively, as you saw Brown just kind of dribble that one off her own hand.
Brown has it around to Kaiser at the top of the three-point line. She'll drive all the way on the right side, tries to put it up. Engsler says not going to happen, but she'll get her own rebound, put it up for 2.
Yeah, Kaiser stayed relentless there, but it looked like Engsler on that second effort just kind of was lackadaisical.
She just kind of let her have it.
Yeah, she just kind of let her have it in a blowout like this. You see the crowd a little toned down, Louisville defense a little toned down, reaching the end inside 5 minutes down.
Van Lith will put the 3 up. It won't go, though.
Yeah, again, Van Lith's jumper has just not been there, but another offensive rebound for Louisville. Dixon, along with Cochran, have been an inside presence so far for the Cardinals.
Looks like we're going to get a timeout.
And
The cheerleaders are going to come out. If you're Louisville, what are you feeling the best about after this game?
well, Emily Engsler and Kiana Smith have played lights out. Engsler now has a double-double with 18 points, 12 rebounds. And then Kiana Smith, I think this second half has kind of just been going through the motions, but the first half she was on fire, shooting 4 of 7 from 3 and a good percentage from the field. She had all 17 of her points in the first half. It's kind of relied on Engsler here in the second to be the primary driver of the offense.
She was sitting also for most of that third quarter, so
Yeah.
they really did not need her out there.
But top game performance so far for the Wolverines. Emily Kaiser with 10 points, 4 rebounds. Naz Hillman, of course, 10 points, 8 rebounds, and an assist. Tough sledding still for the Wolverines. Still only 2 3-point makes on 12 tries. Free throw percentage has gotten a little bit better, up to 71.4% on 10 of 14 shots. But rebounding still been an issue. Louisville with 10 more boards than Michigan.
Wolverines at this point just looking to look a little more alive. Game's slipping out of their hands. 63-42, 21-point deficit. And they just haven't been able to put anything together. Anytime they have a decent little run, they'll throw the ball away or they'll leave someone wide open. And
Yeah, they've forced 17 Louisville turnovers, but when you have 23 of your own, there's not much else you can do. And you're already shooting so poorly. They just have not been able to convert their opportunities into scores. And not much else you can do. Louisville's sort of maintained this around 20-point lead since the first quarter ended. Or, sorry, the second quarter ended.
the Wolverines were winning at the beginning of this game, in case you forgot. Had some early momentum, and then Kiana Smith kind of just shut that down.
Cardinal
instantly.
barrage of threes. Always tough to stop. More babies in the crowd.
Especially when none of your own threes are falling. It just really became to a point where the Wolverines could not follow. They could not match them 3 for 3. As the first buzzer sounds to bring us out of the timeout. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in the game at the KFC Young Center.
So we'll talk about in a blowout like this, Saturday, December 4th, big day for Michigan sports.
Ginormous day.
The basketball team welcomes in San Diego State at noon on Saturday for a nice matchup. Then the hockey team against Minnesota at 7 o'clock. And, of course, the event of the night at 8 p.m., the Wolverines' first chance at a Big Ten title since 2004 at 8 p.m. Football team hoping to dismantle Iowa just like they did Ohio State.
Gonna be, I'm not even gonna say it's gonna be a fun one because I don't think it will be. It's gonna be boring. Boring football.
Yeah. I mean, Michigan's proven they can just run the ball up the middle, and teams can't really do anything to stop it so far this season.
Around to Van Lith on the top right of the three-pointer. Try and get real descriptive here. Hand it off to Engsler. Over to Kano. Smith on the middle left. Back up to Kano at the top. She'll take her on the right side. Van Lith going to drive in from the right. Kano out in the wide right for three. Ooh, that was nasty.
Oh, boy, yeah. Another late rotation by the Wolverines, not getting over to the corner in time. I find it surprising that both team starters have been in this game still under 4 minutes.
Yeah. Nolan will try and match with three of her own, but nothing going.
Yeah, Maddie Nolan and Emily Kaiser have not been able to hit those threes so far today.
Smith just is standing at the top of the three-point line. Gonna play a little ring around again. All the way into Kano. She'll put two up. And I have no clue who was on it.
Yeah, Kano has been slippery so far. She's got some nice minutes. She's got 6 points in only 7 minutes.
I think the Wolverines have just forgotten she's on the court because she just seems to be wide open the whole time. As they'll try and get the ball into Hillman, she'll try and put up two, and it'll go.
Yeah, nice shot there when you only got one person on you. Naz has not been able to. She's not had the luxury of only having one person on her for the whole night. Mostly been double teamed, but Dixon the only defender, and she makes it easy.
Kind of had her back, kind of backed off her a little bit. Van Lith will consider putting up the three, but instead drive in for Dixon from free throw. No good.
Really nice pass by Van Lith there.
They've had some sneaky good passes in this game. They'll try and get it into Hillman. It'll kind of get tipped up, but she gets it up to Brown for the three, and it didn't go. But I don't think that's very surprising to you.
Yeah, one of the few times Hillman has passed out of the double team into an open shot. It was there, but once again could not go. Wolverines up to 2 of 15 now from 3, echoing a similar performance earlier. The men's basketball team started 0 for 11 from 3 against Seton Hall.
Hillman almost knocks it out of Engsler's hands, but she doesn't. Engsler puts it up, and it doesn't hit anything. I guess it hits Dixon's hands.
I think they called it travel there.
And
Dixon.
2 minutes left in this game.
Standing ovation by the Cardinal faithful here for their women's basketball team.
Smith also gets subbed out again. But that's the only substitution?
Yeah, starter's still out there on the floor for the most part. Felia in for the Wolverines.
Okay, we've got some more now with Verhulst in and Russell in their first minutes of the game. Wolverines still sticking almost entirely with their starters, though.
Hillman out there running the offense. They got Williams back in.
And Sidor. They'll try and toss it into Hillman, but Dixon rips that away. It
looks like the rest of the Wolverines are just hoping that Naz Hillman can do something inside, but nothing there. Cardinals trapping her down low. Not a good entry pass by the Wolverines.
Once again, they're just tossing it around. They can afford to let the shot clock run out as Kano will take a little mid-range shoot.
She has been a baller so far tonight in limited minutes. Really nice turnaround jumper, fadeaway.
They put her in right at the end of that third quarter, and this fourth quarter has been hers.
Yep. That was one of the toughest shots we've seen so far tonight, save for that toss-up and one by Brown earlier for the Wolverines.
Around to Felia in the right corner, and the guy in front of me stood up, so I couldn't see anything. But there was a foul. That was on Verhulst. I wish I could tell you what it was, but I literally couldn't see anything. Under a minute remaining here, 70-44. And Ramani Parker will check in. Oh, we got some freshmen. Sydney, never seen Sydney spelled like that. Shetnan.
Number 45, wearing Donovan Mitchell's old number.
Felia's first free throw is good. 70-45. Someone is yelling. Multiple people are yelling something from somewhere. Seems like a chant, but I can't hear it.
Yeah. Well, it's been a Cardinal route. They deserve to say whatever they want about this Wolverine team. Hillman's still in the game, curiously.
I guess they just genuinely don't have any other game plan for this one.
I mean, she's been hustling still.
Louisville, for the most part, too, they're still playing this pretty, especially Smith was playing real tight, coming back on defense, up by like 22. And they're just going to be pretty content to let this ring out until They travel, I guess. I think they're just going to kind of chuck one up there. That was Kano with the travel.
Yeah, Kano put some nice dribble moves on, but Wolverine defense stopped her in her tracks. And
Under 30 seconds remaining. The shot clock is off. Not the game the Wolverines wanted. Not the game the Big Ten wanted, if you care about that.
well, yeah, they won't be able to crack 50 tonight, but they will get to 48.
They're just going to run this out. Verhulst holding it. Louisville crowd on their feet for a dominant performance by their Cardinals. And nothing really went right for the Wolverines in this game. And if you were watching on TV or listening to this, you could have just watched Eggsler and Smith, and you would have watched the game.
Yeah, the first and second quarter were very telling. Kiana Smith kind of put it away with her three-pointers, and the Wolverines just couldn't make it close. Stayed within that 20-point margin, but never got further.
Our final score.
Oh, the 70-48 the final. Tough job.
Thank you so much for joining us here at the KFC Yum Center in Louisville, Kentucky. I've been Kendall Spencer. Alongside me has been Will Gregory. We also had Charlie Brigham and Adam Bressler earlier. Make sure you tune in. WCBN has a bunch of programming this weekend. Thank you so much, and go Blue.